This strategy works like magic and it has over 80% winning rate. Trust me. Let's just do some practicals. So when you move to this website, all you just need to do is actually mark these areas where you see high values. For example, here you can see we have tools, and for example, there is 4,200. You can see 21,21000. Those are the areas that I'm talking about, and those are areas that you need to consider when you're just doing this. The next is 4250. Look at that, where we have this 36 and all those things, and this is one that we have. But make sure that you don't move past this. This is 74. Don't move this. So we are going to consider 1, 2, at least 3 of them. That is 40 days or maybe 50 days below that. So below those dates, that is what you're going to be considering, where we have higher numbers. This qualifies. We also have some small number here, which is 14270, but I will consider this. That is 4300. I'll consider 4350. That is what you need. Now the next thing that you need to do is actually go to your chart and look at the current price of gold. Right now we are at 4354. Where is 4354? Where is 4354? 4354 is actually around this area here, and then we have 44. Remember, this area is really very important. We also have this. Remember also that it's very important because you can see ones and those sort. You can see 4425 is very important. Now those are the areas that you really need to mark so well. But remember, you're going to be handing $5 and $5, subtract $5 and also add $5. So when we are talking about 4425, you can hand 4430, or it can be 4420. So you're going to draw a region of $10 each, up and down. That is what you're going to do, right? So if it's a region, for example, of 4350, then where the market is almost around this area here, then I'm going to be drawing this. This is, you can see it is 45.55, and then downwards region here should be 45, 43, 45. That is the kind of region that you need to draw. All right. So once we have this kind of region, I want you to look at what's actually been happening in these areas. This is what actually been happening. Look at this. The market went all the way when we actually have here 43, that's 3. It went all the way to this region and actually moved all the way up. But even without just forgetting about that, look at this area here. This is 43.57, almost near to that. But remember, we are talking about futures market and this is a spot market, so it just varies in days. Sometimes it can be $7, other $5, other more than that. So you need just to calculate on that day. But you can see it's almost the same area. The market got a resistance here, moved down. Which zone? 43.54 that we are talking about. Another one here, support, the same area, and the market moved down. Another one almost the same area here, all the way up. Look at that. Another reaction we got here from 43.45, and the market went all the way to 43.62. Even if you're a scalper, you should have been making money from that. That is very interesting, as you can see. Now those are the zones that you're talking about. So look at another area here, that the one I'm talking about right now. We are talking about this area here, which is 43.55. Let's see if the market is actually going to touch that area and slightly move down. That is what I'm expecting to see from that market. But now look at this, what happened around this area here, because this is 43.05. If you move to the region that we are talking about here, this is the one. This is it, 4,300. So if you had $5, around $5 up, it will be 43.05. So that is what we have. 43.05 is actually located in this zone, which is actually should be here. So it should be around 43.05 is here, and 42.95 should be slightly around this area here, that zone. Look at this. The market came and reversed from this, so that was a sell, and the market came back when it broke this region. After selling this, the market came back and wimbled from this zone again. So you can actually even go to the past data. For example, this is 4250. You need to move at least 4255 or 41 or 4245. Let's see 42. Look at this. This is 35. We end a rejection. Look at that. When the market moved all the way up, we end this zone here, which is actually 4250, and the market bought and the market went all the way up. The other region that you see is this area here, which is actually around 4111, where we have this kind of rejection here. This is 4108. Remember, if you sold around 4105, this could actually been a very good sell, almost a sniper entry. It's only the market moves or at least $3 only up, and then the market just start moving down. Look at that. So if we move to this is what you get, 4,100. This is 4,200. You can absolutely go to that. I think we have so many pages where you can actually explore this and see how the market is actually going to be behaving in this zone, and you can actually test it so many times on this. So how do you achieve this? All you just have to do, follow me step by step. Move to the CME here, all right? CME group, type that, and then this is what you get. I know some people will be using the phone. Change your phone to desktop mode. So after going to this page, then all you just have to do is go to market, then click God, then scroll all the way down, and then click go on to future options, then scroll all the way down, and then go to open interest profile. Okay, and then after that, make sure that it will take you to this page. Then all you just have to do now is click heat maps and click OE change, right? And then move to where we have matrix, this eaten by, and click matrix. And then around this area here where it is click none, click that and select gamma 1 point. All right, then it will take you to this page. If you really want to see the page behind and all that, increase the number of strikes to even 50 so that you can have long distance. If you really want to understand more about this, you can join my group that is actually free of charge. All you just have to do, register with the broker below and make at least a deposit of any amount. WhatsApp me. You make sure that you register using my link on the description or the one that I'll pin on the comment section. Then DM me on WhatsApp. I will leave my number right there, and then I'll hand you to the group where I'm going to be teaching, or where I'm already teaching these things. All right, see you there.